Through blood over intent, we are bringing heaven on earth for benefit of all and releasing everybody from bondage.
That question is, what role can I play to contribute to being one of the 144,000?
It's clear who holds the spear of destiny, motherfucker.
That every compass is pointing to the Holy Grail. It's at the center of the flat earth plane, where the Aurora Borealis is shooting out of the Holy of Holies. It's hitting the parabolic mirror and showering down on you like the Matrix code.
If you believe that we need to meditate, if you believe that we need to plant a tree, if you believe that we need to sacrifice a goat, a cow, or whatever it is that you sacrifice to change anything, you are sadly mistaken, because these things have been done for far too long and nothing's changed.
Hyperborea, the land beyond the Aurora Borealis, has been described by various authors as being the polar origin of humankind.
We will find the Holy Grail. They say Jesus is the way. Well, Jesus' candy cane is showing you that he places his light into the hole at the center of the flat earth plane. And out from that hole comes the Aurora Borealis. And Jesus the sun goes round and round and round, moving inward and outward, bringing the seasons. The black hole sun is at the very center of the flat earth plane. We need to pass through the everyone enter horizon, and we will end up in the land of perpetual twilight.
This is just the toroidal, the electromagnetic toroidal fields. The toroidal field that we have over our heart. And it basically is the world. We're trapped in a toroidal field.
Right here in this toroid, we have enough energy to transform the entire Earth. And that's not just a theoretical statement, it's literally true. To contemplate the implications of this means that every single place on Earth suddenly has power. Every single person on Earth suddenly has power. We have universal abundance.
Is the ancient Greek name for the land beyond the north wind, the North Polar Paradise of many names. In Pliny's Natural History by Pliny the Elder, written in the 1st century AD, I quote, "Beyond the North Pole, there is a happy nation whom they call Hyperborea, who live exceedingly long, and are celebrated for fabulous wonders. There are believed to be the poles of the world, and the very ends of the revolution of the heavens, having for 6 months together one entire day, and night as long."
Lines of flux of the magnet are pouring down and through in this toroidal pattern of the magnetic field. It's also expanding and contracting. It's breathing. It's taking in the energy of space literally and transforming it.
This image right here is called Metatron's cube. Metatron, and I believe the Bible, is an angel who was like an architect, like a designer, a builder, so on and so forth. And they call the cube, they based the name Metatron cube after him. Because the whole significance behind the cube is they believe that inside the sacred cube contains all the shapes and patterns of a known universe, all its geometrical shapes and patterns that make up creation of a known universe is contained within the cube. So inside the cube, you have literally every single geometrical shape that is throughout all of creation. So it's kind of like the bridge between one dimension to the next dimension.
The egg of life, seed of life, tripod. We have unity, duality concept, the Vesica Pisces, 1, 2, 3. Then we have the flower of life.
One side of a light hole is a black hole, and you're living on the E-Creation Discourse CD. And every compass is pointing to the very center of the dish where the astral jet comes shooting out. That's the Aurora Borealis. This is God. That's why, if you look up, you'll see that this is like the memory of the earth. This is like the Akashic record. This is the goddess. This is the why women do hula hooping and body dancing. It's the Great Spirit. And every compass is pointing to the Holy Grail. There's no way to screw it up. They rub this shit in your face in videos and movies, and every year you set up your Christmas tree, and it's pointing to where Jesus the Son places his light into the hole.
Geometry is something that has been talked about, researched, and very heavily practiced in the ancient times, and it was used to build a lot of the world's greatest monuments. Civilizations use it as a foundation of their design because they believe that, sacred geometry in essence is God's blueprint of creation, how he created it, using certain geometrical shapes and patterns. So people in the past, they would mimic that with their own structures and buildings. And in sacred geometry, I believe the three most predominant shapes that they believe are the key for harnessing the most energy is the triangle, the octagon, and the dome. And funny enough, if you look at pretty much every single religious structure from the past to the present, those are the three shapes that are dominant, that pretty much every single major mosque, church, temple, Buddhist temple, all of these structures consist of these three main shapes.
What is blood over intent? Blood over intent is the selfless act that you perform in order to enter the Garden of Eden. Blood over intent is taking a piece of paper and writing, "I intend to bring forth heaven on earth for the benefit of all," and spilling a drop of your blood over those words. And then you upload it into the ether with tag, title, description, blood over intent. This lays your blood beside Satan's, and he is the cornerstone of heaven. He was given the mythical spear of destiny by our Creator.
In Celtic mythology, there are demigods called the Tuatha De Danann. A collection of Celtic poems called Lebor Gabála describes the Tuatha De Danann as having resided in the northern islands of the world, where they were instructed in the magic arts and imparted with timeless wisdom. These northern island cities were called Phalius, Gorius, Findius, and Murius.
Do whatever you feel because it's not wrong. It'll eventually lead you to who you really are. And you're gonna go through these periods maybe where it's like trial and error and these obstacles, but these obstacles are just platforms that are gonna shoot you further and propel you.
Explorer and navigator from the Greek colony of Phocia wrote in his diary, "I am so eager to turn the prow of my ship toward the north. From there I must go to the throne of the sun. I want to go to Hyperborea, where I am at the top of the world, and I understand the beauty of the highest numbers. I want to go to the Hyperboreans."
This is Ultima Thule. And I quote Peter Moon's book, The Black Sun. Ultima Thule is identified as the Teutonic Garden of Eden. It also parallels the story of Babylon, where mankind lost its connection to the Godhead.
This is your pass into the Garden of Eden. And this is your protection for while you are in this realm until the time comes. And everything is by the book and will be revealed at the proper time. Blood over intent is how we unify with the cornerstone of heaven, Satan, so that we are connected by our blood thicker than water. And so we unify for our survival. The earth is flat. We are under a dome. It's one electron, our sun, balanced by a positron, the black sun. It's like a coin. It has two sides, and that is the reality we live in. And we are going to pass through the Holy of Holies. Satan carries the mythical spear of destiny, and he goes first. And then we shall. And blood over intent is something to fall in love with, to be one with, for only pointing out the Holy Grail and this very beautiful gift is how we change the world.
As you see here, Jesus has his counterpart, the black sun. Every compass is pointing to the very center of the flat earth plane where the aurora borealis is coming out. This is where the black sun is eating the light sun through the Holy of Holies at the center of the dish. And the great dragon Titan, the mother of all creation and of humanity, comes shooting out of that Holy of Holies